While performance issues are nothing new in today's games, it's interesting seeing the jump in visual quality. Titles like Returnal, Horizon Forbidden West, Forza Horizon 5 all showcase the sheer power of current-gen hardware. But looking back at previous-gen games, especially some which never received upgrades for the newer hardware, it's crazy how some could easily rival the current crop. Let's look at 15 last-gen titles that fall into that category. Batman: Arkham Knight. How ironic is it that Batman Arkham Knight looked incredible on the PS4 and Xbox One while running better on both consoles than on PC? Probably as ironic as it is looking better than Gotham Knights, even though it's also stuck at 30 FPS on consoles. I digress. Either way, there's no denying that Arkham Knight is gorgeous with excellent texture quality and character models. The rain effects and how they realistically interacted with the environment, the lighting and fog quality, the draw distance, and sheer attention to detail. It's spectacular and ran at a rock-solid frame rate. Regardless of the Batmobile hate, almost everyone can agree that Arkham Knight is a technical marvel. Again, on consoles, but the PC version has improved over time. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Several years, tens of millions of dollars, and the development of the Fox engine eventually delivered Kojima Productions' vision for next-gen stealth. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain may have slipped narratively in some places, but the gameplay mechanics and visual fidelity are undeniable. Everything about the character models, from their animations and details, was superb. The lighting and environmental textures were excellent, as were the effects, object transparency, and draw distance. All of this, and yet the title still delivered a solid 60 FPS on Xbox One and PS4 at 1080p. It was insane to witness, much like director Hideo Kojima's vision, but still beautiful. Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot has been said about the long development period and crunch for Red Dead Redemption 2. The dedication of its thousands of developers is on full display at all times, whether you're trudging through the snow as it naturally breaks apart or witnessing the anguish and anger on protagonist Arthur Morgan's face. Attention to detail is one thing, but this is rockstar level of detail, and seeing it on such an open scale with stunning realism and solid performances is certainly something, even after all of these years. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Machine Games hit it out of the park with Wolfenstein: The New Order, delivering fast-paced, first-person shooter combat with excellent production values. However, it went above and beyond with Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Everything from cutscene direction and facial animation to environmental textures, lighting, and shadows saw a significant bump in quality. The moody atmospherics and scale also went a long way towards immersing us in its dystopic future. Dishonored 2. At launch, Dishonored 2 could qualify as one of the more problematic PC ports due to technical issues and bugs. These eventually got sorted, and its art style has stood out remarkably with time. Don't let the character's animated aesthetic fool you, as Dishonored 2 uses incredible reflections, shadows, and atmospherics. Even when observing the sheer amount of details in each environment, there's a richness unseen in many of today's games. And again, despite the problematic PC release, Arkane Studios did all of this on 8th gen console hardware. Detroit: Become Human. Analogies to Martin Luther King without actually naming him or referencing the US civil rights movement, and troubling allegations about Quantic Dream aside, Detroit: Become Human is one of the studio's better narrative adventures. The tale of three androids, Kara, Marcus, and Connor, as they navigate the near future, and its treatment of their kind is equally curious and enthralling. It's also amazing how well the visuals hold up, from the immaculate textures and facial animations to the environments. You could say the same for many of Quantic Dream's games over the years, but Detroit: Become Human is still exceptionally good looking for a PS4 title. Middle-earth: Shadow of War. The fact that Middle-earth: Shadow of War launched in 2017 and has produced large-scale battles while still delivering solid performance is something to behold. This is in addition to having dozens of unique orcs and chaos going on, incredibly detailed environments with impressive texture quality, realistic shadows, and extensive draw distance. Its facial animation may show signs of age, but everything else holds up remarkably well. Death Stranding. Even after all these years, Kojima Productions' Death Stranding remains as bizarre then as it does now. Though it received a PS5 version and PC port with multiple new features, seeing it on PS4 is pretty surreal. It delivered a mostly solid 30 FPS at 1080p resolution, but everything from the environments and performance captures to the lighting and timefall effects is still gorgeous. It serves as a testament to the power of Decima, and we can't wait to see what Death Stranding 2 is capable of when built from the ground up on PS5. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. The troubled sequel to Deus Ex Human Revolution has also had several technical issues at launch on consoles, like framerate drops and screen tearing. However, it presented a huge leap in terms of visuals, thanks to the Dawn engine. Physically based rendering and sharp image quality with more complex lighting and shadows helped the game shine. High quality depth of field, parallax occlusion mapping, and temporal anti-aliasing were just the icing on the cake. Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. The thrilling conclusion to Nathan Drake's story is another global trotting adventure with breathtaking environments, stunning set pieces with incredible animation and destructibility, and realistic performances from its main cast. It's all the more noteworthy when looking at the increased scale of the levels, and how performance remains on point despite the sheer quality of the effects, lighting, and shadows. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Before it received the current-gen upgrade treatment, Resident Evil 2 Remake was only available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It served as the next big RE Engine release, and the stellar lighting, realistic character textures, detailed facial animation, and shadows still hold up. Yes, even after titles like Resident Evil 4 Remake arrived and showcased an even greater bump in quality. Once again, seeing this kind of fidelity on previous-gen consoles is insane, even if 60 FPS is only possible on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. Yakuza 6: The Song of Life. Yakuza titles were beginning to find global appeal following Yakuza 0. Follow-ups like Yakuza 6: The Song of Life showcased how far the series had come in visual splendor. It was developed on the new Dragon engine, which featured things like environmental destruction and seamless transitions. The use of realistic lighting and textures, not to mention well-animated characters and facial animation, is still visible in present-day titles like Lost Judgment and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Horizon Zero Dawn. Developed on the Decima engine, Horizon Zero Dawn features sprawling land masses with extensive foliage, stunning draw distances, incredible character detail, and realistic lighting. That's before you get into the weather effects, machines, including their extensive animations, or even responsive combat. The fact that it could manage all of this on the PS4 while maintaining a near constant 30 FPS is still something to behold. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Though created by about 20 developers at Ninja Theory, the level of visual fidelity in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is AAA worthy. The extensive motion capture is key, and Melina Juergen's performances as Senua adds to this remarkably well. However, it's amazing how the team can push Unreal Engine 4 to deliver detailed environments, realistic texture detail, and stunning effects. Sure, the scale isn't anything crazy, but it's still tough to beat the detail seen here. Gran Turismo Sport. Before Gran Turismo 7 laid claim to the racing sim crown on PS4, Polyphony Digital delivered a stunning showcase of previous-gen hardware in Gran Turismo Sport. Physically based rendering is employed, and texture detail is more realistic than ever for cars and environments. While it uses a checkerboard resolution on PS4 Pro and isn't native 4K, it's still incredibly sharp, and its HDR usage, which makes the lighting and skyboxes pop even more, helps it all come together. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.